So that was the Rajya Sabha adopting the motion of thanks to the President's address. The Prime Minister gave the final reply. He was replying to the motion of thanks. The Prime Minister said that that the big countries today are eager to have trade relations with India, be it the trade deal of the European Union or the recent one with the United States, which is still in the works. The entire world is openly praising these trade deals. The Prime Minister said that when we signed the trade deal with the EU, the world became more confident about the greater likelihood of global stability. After the trade deal with the United States, the world became even more confident that with stability they can send speed too. That's a sign, or a positive sign. My colleague Akshay Dongre joins us for more on that. Akshay, you would have listened to the Prime Minister's reply to the motion of thanks to the President's address. What stood out in the Prime Minister's address? Because one part of it, of course, was to the motion of thanks to the President's address. The other part was clearly political, taking on the Congress.
Well, absolutely, you're absolutely right, Abrit. As far as the two parts are concerned, the first initially began with the Prime Minister thanking the President's address, and then later he went on to to speak about all the claims that the opposition has been targeting the government, the Prime Minister, and even to an extent the entire government machinery with as far as the entire government is concerned. They have spoken, the opposition has been trying to disrupt the proceedings of the upper house today, and I was present there when they staged a protest as far as the allegations are concerned, and irrespective of the attempts the chairman of the upper house of the parliament gave to the leader of the opposition leader who was present there, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. Irrespective of all of that, the opposition still went on to stage a protest, and they kept on also disrupting the speech initially when Prime Minister started speaking. So the Prime Minister spoke point by point as far as all the allegations are concerned. Initially started with when it comes to the political angle of it, he spoke about the free trade agreement. He spoke about how the country is being taken forward, and how the youth of the country is taking the country forward as far as the opportunities are concerned that lie ahead of the country, and how the opposition, instead of promoting that, is discrediting not only the Prime Minister, not only the government, but the entire country for the political reasons, and political reasons best known by the opposition is what the Prime Minister also claimed. He not only spoke about the allegations that have been leveled by the Congress party, but he systematically sort of dismantled the narrative that the opposition as a whole has been trying to build as far as these major strides are concerned, be it the Trinamool Congress, the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress Party, and sort of discrediting and sort of unraveling the hypocrisy of the opposition as well on several issues, where instead of appreciating the good work of the government for political reasons, they have systematically targeted even the good things that are happening as far as the economy is concerned, the national security and other areas of the governments as well. So it was quite a long speech by the Prime Minister. Went on for over an hour and a half in the upper house of the Parliament, and in this duration, not only he spoke about the opportunities that lie ahead, but also warned the opposition of not discrediting the country and the reputation of the country's economy just for the sake of politics. So all in all, it was quite a sharp response by the Prime Minister to the opposition, and it was quite a politically very strong speech that Prime Minister also gave as far as these allegations are concerned. Back to you.
Akshay, as you yourself said, that there was a lot of political content to what the Prime Minister said in the Rajya Sabha today. And but one saw during this whole budget session a lot of bickering, which at times one saw turning personal, and which one saw generally, of course, the opposition has the right to protest, the right to oppose what the government does. but in a way, MPs were suspended. We saw trades being, barbs being traded at each other. Yesterday, the Prime Minister, today the Speaker of the Lok Sabha said that he had told the Prime Minister that please do not speak in the Lok Sabha because they may try and surround you. So the kind of, tradition that's being set in the Parliament, in what we saw transpire in this session, clearly doesn't augur well for parliamentary democracy.
Well, absolutely. And Amrit, you just said that the opposition obviously has the right to protest. But protest what is the question that was raised by the Prime Minister as well. And it has been raised by the government. You protest if there is an action that's taking a toll on the country's economy, a toll on country's people, on country's national security, or if there is a decision that the opposition thinks or can prove is harming the country. However, if you protest just for the sake of protesting, just for political reason, even the things that are benefiting the country, that are not going to be tolerated by the government, is what the Prime Minister has indicated. He also said that the protests that have been happening had been happening at a quite personal level. They have been happening, and Prime Minister said that unparliamentary language has been used against the Prime Minister himself, with opposition party leaders even stating that they will put the Prime Minister in grave, something like that.
Dig the Prime Minister's grave,
yeah. Prime Minister. So quite an unparliamentary language to speak about the Prime Minister of your country. You can protest, you can have disagreement, and disagreement. If you have disagreement, if you have a protest, then you also have to prove in front of the House, be it the upper house or the lower house, that what are these disagreements about and how do these decisions harm the country. The opposition has been given a chance repeatedly, but instead of proving their claims or speaking to the country, because they have been given a chance on live television in a democratic manner in the upper house of parliament. Even today, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the president of the Congress party, has been given chance multiple times today, and instead of talking about these allegations and proving these allegations, it should not just become a political speech and just attacking the government, which in fact is many a times picked up by the certain elements that want to damage the reputation of the country for political reasons. There are certain actors that pick on that. So the government has been trying to say that you are given a chance. If you have allegations, if you have a protest, then you can prove it to the people, but you can speak about them, but what you should not do is go against the rules of the parliament, because that becomes an unparliamentary behavior. So all of those things were brought up by the Prime Minister, quite a sharp retort to the opposition's allegations and the narrative that it has been trying to build, but it remains to be seen that how the opposition is going to react to this, because as of now it seems that it was like a no coming back from the sort of speech that Prime Minister has given in dismantling the claims that have been built by the opposition, especially during this budget session.
Yes, absolutely. We'll have to see how the opposition reacts to this. There are still few more days left for the budget session. 13th, I think it's coming to an end. So we'll have to see how politics plays out in the remainder part of the budget section. Akshay Dongre, we leave it at there. Thank you very much for joining us for the moment.